All right, awesome. So it's Sunday night, the 25th. We are rolling through November, going to be hitting 1st of December soon, which means the end of the year is about to, hold on, I'm going to mute everybody out. End of the year is going to be coming up, and here's the thing, you guys. So within just a couple of weeks, people are going to start thinking about January resolutions. It's going to be on their minds, whether they mean to or not. It's the American way. We start thinking about resolutions, about, gosh, I hope next year is better. I want next year to be better. I want to be better next year. They're going to be thinking about that in the next couple of weeks. People don't wait until January to start thinking about their resolutions. They're thinking about it in December. So we need to make sure that we are all doing the things we need to do in December to place ourselves in that, in the market. So when people are ready to make that step, whether it's in December or January, they come to us and they're not looking, because they're going to go to whoever is talking the loudest. They are. That's human nature. People are going to go to whoever is talking the loudest and sharing the most. So we want to make sure that that's us, right? Okay. Ooh, there's a lot of people on here. Rock on. Okay, so hey, Lauren. So I see Lauren on here, and I have to give her a little shout out because she totally got a shout out by Michael Rutherford on a Zoom earlier today, who Michael is the top earner in our company, and she's brand new promoter, just signed up yesterday. And she gets a shout out by Michael Rutherford. That was rocking awesome. So for those of you that don't know me, I am Kate Higdon. I have been a promoter since December 15th, 2016. So I hope that right there kind of stops some of the stories that you might be saying to yourself in your head. Because what I find is a lot of promoters, once we head into the holidays, start telling themselves, nobody's looking for this opportunity during the holidays. Nobody wants to spend money on an experience pack. Nobody wants to better their health in December. Well, I'm like living proof that that's not true. Like, I became a promoter on December 15th, 2016. And let me tell you, you want to find someone like me to join your community. Right, Wendy Smith? I see you, love. So they are, so don't let those stories get in your head saying people don't want this right now, because they do. And sorry, my computer is going to be bullying at me the whole time. So this is perfect, you guys. We had this Zoom scheduled already, and then boom, midnight last night, Jason's shaking me saying there's an MVP reset. So this is perfect timing. The MVP reset, you guys, that's huge. Like, I have to tell you, I can't even express to you how much I love our company, because they don't have to do MVP reset. It's not something that they have to do. But here we are heading into December, getting ready to do Christmas shopping and all of that. And our company comes in and gives us the opportunity to earn an extra $500 cash for $1,500 in new BV. That is less than what you have to get for your original BV. You guys realize that, right? Like, this is completely doable, and it's $500 cash. Companies don't do this. Like other companies, and if they do, they never allow you to combine it with another bonus. Before we started this Zoom, I went in my back office and found out in our team, we have 52 people in their MVP period right now. I'm looking at many of you, and you know that some of them are on your team. Lauren right now is one of those people within her MVP period. If she gets this bonus, gets her GoPro and her regular MVP, y'all, that's $1,250 cash money. Do you think 3 months from now, if Lauren gets all that, do you think 3 months from now, Lauren's still going to be hustling? Yeah, because that built a belief, a solid belief in herself and our company. Y'all, the MVP reset is amazing. It's great for all of us, but the new promoters that are in their current, like, this is bananas what this can do. Most people, $500 a month will change their family's life. Y'all realize that? An extra $500 cash money can change the majority of people's family life. $1,000? Like, what? Like, that's crazy, y'all. So if you have people in your team, like Terry, I know you've got Dana right now. Like, Dana could totally crush. I don't know. She might even be on here. It wouldn't surprise me. Dana could totally crush this. And for her to come in and have that kind of an experience right off the bat and get that MVP, her MVP, which she's almost at anyway, and then get that MVP bonus, I mean, that's phenomenal. Like, that's going to completely push her over the edge. And all of you who have just been trucking along, like, I'm going for the MVP reset. I could use $500 cash. But how many of you, with show of hands, if you don't mind, hit your MVP? Raise your hand if you hit your original MVP. Okay, awesome. So there are a lot of people who did not hit their original MVP. Why is it important to get your MVP? It's not just the cash, you guys. It's nice. Like, the $500 cash from MVP is nice. I'm not going to lie. But the long-term reasons why you want MVP is way, way, way more important. All right? So if you didn't get your MVP originally, which I'm not sure if she's on here. Let me see if I see her. Darlene, are you on here? I know she was on the Zoom before this. She might not be on here. Darlene is I'm just going to use her as an example. She's not on here, so oh well, I'm using her. So Darlene was one of our first promoters, and she really didn't want to have a whole lot to do with the business when she first started, so she did not hit her MVP. And then she was crushed when she found out the significance, because she had a business that eventually just like took off. Like, it took a while, but when it took off like crazy. Well, because she didn't get her MVP, she missed out on a whole lot of double commission, right? Like, a lot of money. So she was kicking herself for a very long time because she didn't get that MVP. And she was like, literally like, when's the reset? When's the reset? When's the reset? And as soon as a reset came up, like, she hit that hard with intention. She had full intention. She was waiting for that reset to come. When it came, she took off like a rhino, and she got that reset. And so now when people enter her team with an experience pack, she's earning double commissions now. When someone on her team earns their MVP, she gets $50 cash money, you guys. $50 bill. $50 bill. For those of you who watch Goonies, $50 bill. That's my movie, right? Thank you, Mindy. Mindy got me right there. $50 bill. So she gets $50 every time someone in her team, 1, 2, and 3, hit MVP. If anyone in her group, 8 levels down, gets MVP, she gets a $20 bill. Y'all, imagine that. Okay, I just want you to think about this. I have 900 promoters on my team. Oh, I think it's over 900. Can you guys even imagine $50 bill, $20 bill every time somebody hits MVP? That's a lot of money that if you don't get your MVP, you are just leaving on the table. All right? I don't believe in leaving money on the table. Yes, truffle shuffle, that used to be me, Eric. I used to do an awesome truffle shuffle. I'm pretty sure I could do it after Thanksgiving. I ate so much. So MVP is super important. The other reason why it's important long term is when you hit the ranks, the pro champ ranks, 7 and above, that's when you start talking company profit shares. How many of you guys would love to earn a percentage of the company profit shares? Look, John, I didn't even get this. I didn't even get it all out of my mouth. John was like, yes. How many of you, do you want company profit shares? Right? All right. So when you hit rank 7, you start earning company profit shares. If you got your MVP, you get an additional company profit share. We're talking, when that pays out quarterly, thousands of dollars, not hundreds of dollars. We're talking thousands of dollars. So your MVP, it ain't no joke. It's not just $500. As a matter of fact, I would write a check right now to Brian Underwood for $500 and give it to him for me to keep the other benefits. $500 means nothing compared to those bigger benefits. Do you guys, are you smelling what I stepped in? But the $500 is nice. It is. So that's what I wanted to make sure, because I think a lot of times we think that the bonus is just the bonus. It's not. There's so much more to that MVP that makes it important. So if you have people on your team that are within their MVP period, keep in mind, they can get double. If you have hit your MVP, you can get $500 again. Awesome sauce. If you didn't hit your MVP, you can run for it, get your $500, and now you are a forever MVP, qualified to get all those other things. So I've already got my MVP, but brother, sister, I still going for $500 cash. It's Christmas, and I have a 17-year-old. Like, she's expensive too. So that's all I'm going to say about the MVP. If you guys have specific questions, like someone was messaging me today, do I have to hit a button? No, there's no button that you have to hit. As long as you are a promoter in Prove It, you are eligible starting midnight last night, and you have until midnight December 2nd. You must have 1,500 in new volume yourself personally. What that means is, Chris Woosley, you must have 1,500 personal volume to you. If Mickey gets new volume, it doesn't matter. Only what you bring in personally. Does that make sense? Okay, awesome. The other thing, I think, wasn't how many customers? You have to have at least 2 customers with 300 in new volume. The reason they say that is because they don't want you to come in with one promoter who buys an experience pack and all this product, and it gets to 1,500 new volume all with one transaction. There has to be more than one transaction. My advice to you all, yeah, go get a promoter who wants a max experience pack, because that's 800 in new volume right there. Right there, that's 800 in new volume, okay? So for sure, if you have a customer who upgrades, like, let's say, so midnight to last night, so if they upgrade today to a promoter, pay the $37 today and get that experience pack, that is new volume for you. Do you guys all understand that? Smelling what I stepped in? All right, awesome. Because a lot of times people get confused on new volume, but that is what new volume is. Nothing that your promoters get, nothing that your customers get count towards your personal new volume. It's only you. And it has to come from midnight last night to December 2nd at 11:59 Central Standard Time. You guys, this is totally doable. I'm looking at many of you who have done more than that in 8 days. I've seen you do more than that. So I know that you can. But how do you do it? You have to be intentional. Like, you have to be intentional. Just say in your mind, I'm going to hit this bonus. I'm going to get this. Because I think it would be awesome if we had a team where everybody on here, there are 46 people. Imagine if all 46 of us got that $500 cash bonus. Like, that's crazy keto bananas. I mean, that's life-changing for a lot of people, you guys. All right. I'm going to mute you all out. I love you, but I'm muting you. Okay. All right. Wanted to make sure that you all understood that. That wasn't even why I was having this Zoom, but that was awesome that it worked out that way. Okay. Oh, here's the other thing. You know, some of you have some customers right now that you probably would love to see be promoters. You're like, oh my gosh, Sheila, like, everybody in town knows who she is. They all do everything that she says. She's loving her ketones. This girl could totally crush it. Well, what would Sheila say if you called her up and said, okay, sister, you ready to earn $1,250 cash in 8 days? You can actually say that. That's not a financial claim because it's part of our MVP bonus. You can say that. Who do you know that wants to earn $1,250 in 8 days? Who do you know? What customers do you have that would want to crush that would want that kind of money? How many new people do we need starting last night? It has to be at least 2 customers. It's on the flyer, Rhonda. Well, midnight. Yeah.
Nobody last night.
Not last night, like before midnight. It was like today, like November 25th, today. So anybody who signed up before midnight last night will not count towards this bonus. But I do want you guys to think about customers and potential promoters that you have. Like I was talking to a team in Texas, and they're like, "Oh yeah, these business people, they really want to come on." And I'm like, "Did you maybe think to talk to them about? I mean, if they're like they've said they want to come on, they're going to crush it. Blah 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 blah. Well, why don't they come on now and crush it and earn $1,250 instead of $750? Like." I mean, if they're business people, that speaks to them. So I would definitely let people know. If you've got people who have been holding out, like this is Christmas cash palooza. Like definitely post that, talk about it. Like John, that's something that we need to bring up to Kim, right? Like girl, like $1,250, if we can get you in and get this done in 8 days, that's huge. If not, we'll do the $750, but Kim could do that. She could do 12. She could do it. All right. So I want to talk about ending the year strong. We're going to have several Zooms this next month because December is just crazy and people are going to be getting on at different times. We've got lots of activities. The cool thing about December is that we're usually around a lot of people. So if you're around a lot of people, be wearing your keto swag, be wearing your Prove It swag all the time, shaking up. We were shaking up keto in the middle of the grocery store today. Like wherever we can, wherever we are shaking up ketones and we're happy, right? Like we're happy, we're joyful. Because here's the thing, a lot of people in the holidays, you guys, they're not. Like they're not happy. It's not enjoyable for everyone. A lot of people will hide inside their house and they'll live through social media. So where should you be? You should be on social media. You should be making posts. You should be doing Facebook Lives. You should be letting people know how provers live. How does it feel like to live in ketosis? What does that feel like? What does it feel like to have energy? Do your Facebook posts show that you have energy, or are you on Facebook going, oh my God, tomorrow's Monday and I hate it. I'm so tired. Oh yeah, girl, I'm buying what you're buying. That sounds fabulous. No, don't do that. That's crazy talk. Like, don't talk like that. If you are trying to sell something that shares energy and better sleep, don't be complaining that Monday, like, if you have to go back to work and you're exhausted and all that. Like, it makes no sense. Like, post about what ketosis does for us, how it makes us feel. Like, that's what people want, right? So anyway, I just saw a prover do that the other day. I'm like, all right, well, like gun in the mouth, like, hello, you just shot your business in the face, but whatever. All right, I'm ranting today. This is a thing. I've too much Christmas spirit. Y'all see it? Like, look at all the Christmas. I'm surrounded by Christmas spirit. I even have, hold on. Check it, you guys. Like, I have, like, Christmas hat. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Michael Rutherford ain't got nothing on me. I'm ready. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to end the year with intention. So what does that mean? That means get out your calendar and let's schedule some stuff, you guys. Like, be intentional. And when I say schedule, I'm not just talking, thank you. I'm not just talking about scheduling mixers and events, which yes, those are amazing and awesome. But I'm saying, are we scheduling our Facebook posts? Are we scheduling our Facebook Live? Are we scheduling everything that we want to be intentional? How many people are we going to reach out to tomorrow about ketones? I'm sorry, but if I was going for MVP and I can earn $1,250, I'd be reaching out to a lot of people about ketones. That's a pretty big motivator. So if you're within, like, okay, Ward Cobb, I'm looking at you right now. Look, he looked like he was passed out in his chair for a second. Ward, you can earn $1,250 cash. You're in. Like, tell me that does not sound awesome to you. Does that sound good?
Yes, very awesome.
Yes, very awesome. Okay, so is Brent your brother?
I'm sorry, but yes, he is.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Me too. I've lived a rough life.
I so want stories later about that. But anyway, his mom is.
I got plenty.
Yeah, I bet you do. His mom's probably on here somewhere too, so I'm going to be nice. But Ward, like for real, like $1,250 cash, that's a lot of money. That's a good motivator. So if I were you, I would be making a list of people that I could reach out to. Because for $1,250, that makes my fear of judgment from those people just totally poof disappear. If I'm worried about them judging me, I'd be like, well, write me a check and then I'll worry about you judging me. But other than that, like, I don't really care what people have to think about me. I'm going to go ahead and share this conversation with as many people as possible. So, but the way to do that successfully, you guys, is to be intentional. Like, get out your calendars or on your phone and say 10 people this day, 5 people this day, 10 people this day, 5 people this day. Be very intentional and hold yourself accountable to it. Have somebody hold yourself accountable. Ward, I don't know that I would have Brent hold you accountable, but maybe Amanda. She's way cuter and sweeter than Brent. And so I would work with Amanda. So that's one thing we're going to do. We're going to reach out to more people. We're going to post social things. We're going to do Facebook Live, social events. Okay, so if you live in the Owensboro area, we're going to be doing a lot of social events in December. Wherever you are, Joplin, you all have a good team. Mississippi, Louisiana, Missouri, all of you have networks of people together that you can coordinate these. So I don't want to hear, oh, you know, I don't have any people in my area. That's really not true. There are people in your area, I promise you, and we can help connect you. But we want to get you doing social events. So what's a social event? It doesn't even have to be a keto mixer. It could be maybe you guys are getting together, going to the mall and getting an angel off the angel tree and go shopping together for angels. Wear your Prove It gear, have your shaker bottles, but go do something good for other people and post about it. That just shows who we are. It's called Prove It Forward, #Prove It Forward. Have an ugly Christmas sweater party. We're thinking about possibly in Owensboro doing an ugly Christmas bowling party. John, what do you think? Yay! So I think we might do a bowling party and have ketones and do a mixer, and you have to wear an ugly sweater because ugly Christmas sweaters and bowling shoes, I think, perfect. So I think we're going to do something like that. But what that does, you guys, is it creates energy and it creates glue, and you get to be surrounded by people who are drinking ketones and loving it. And when you can post about that, when you can invite to it. I was on a Zoom earlier and Nick Martinez was on there, and one of the things that I loved when he was talking about hosting a mixer, like a ugly Christmas party, because what I noticed is so many of us get caught up in the outcome of a mixer, like how many people are going to show up. Do you guys realize that the real wealth of your mixer is actually in your invitation to the mixer? Because what are we always looking for? Does anybody know this quote? Unmute yourself if you know this quote. What are we always?
We're always looking for the ones that are looking for us.
Well, that's a good one, but that wasn't what I was saying, Brent Cobb, smarty pants.
Or Doty. We can look for Doty as well.
Stop it. I'm going Christmas shopping with her on Friday, so stop with that. Terry, quit laughing. Don't encourage.
Make sure to send us a picture.
I will, to you personally. They think I have an imaginary friend. We're not getting into this. We are looking for opportunities to create conversations. We're always looking for opportunities to create conversations. When you schedule a mixer and you invite people to that mixer, we're always looking for diamonds. I love that. Yes, that's true too. I love me some diamonds. but we're looking for opportunities to create conversations. When we host a mixer and we invite people to the mixer, we started a conversation with them. Whether or not they get their butts to the mixer doesn't even matter. What matters is we opened up an opportunity for conversation. Does that make sense? So, because here's the thing, like, Michael was on a Zoom earlier too, and today's been Zoomapalooza, and he was talking about Mandy Mitchell, one of her DMOs' birthdays, and that's something that I like to do too. And it really is true. Like when you send someone a private message just telling them, hey, happy birthday, hope you and the family are doing great, haven't seen you in so long, hope we run into each other soon, something like that, that is opening a conversation. And I can't tell you how many times that conversation has led to, okay, so I've been watching you, tell me more about this stuff. I don't know why they didn't reach out to me before. I don't know why it took me opening the conversation for them to say, okay, I've been watching, now tell me more about this stuff. But it just does. I'm going to tell you right now. So 2 nights ago, I wish it had been tonight because that would have been really helpful for this MVP reset. There's a husband and wife team that teach at my kids' elementary school. I talked to them almost 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. Even gave the wife a 5-day sample pack. And then they went into hiding. And I didn't hear from them. Like they didn't speak. And they wouldn't answer any of my messages. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden, 2 nights ago, the husband messaged me. He's like, okay, Heather and I are ready to try this. Tell us some more. I'm like, seriously? Like, you just never know. But you have to have opportunities to create conversations. Is that making sense? Are you guys feeling that? So that's all a mixer is, because I know a lot of you, when I say the word mixers, like, you feel like your stomach's just been mixed and you're about to puke. But don't, like, it's not hard. Like, it's just having your friends together, shaking up some ketones, drinking them. You don't even have to know about ketones. We have little videos that you can play on a computer. It does not have to be complicated whatsoever. As a matter of fact, if you stand up in front of a bunch of people and you tell them all about ketones and the molecular science behind a ketone, you just done screwed it up. You don't want to do that. Because Wendy, if you came to my mixer and you had never heard about ketones before, and I stood up and I told you, I talked like I was freaking Ryan Lowry and like told you all this stuff, and then I said, okay, Wendy, when do you want to schedule your mixer? Would you want to have a mixer? No. Jeremy, are you taking my picture right now? Do you guys feel like that? He had his phone right here. I'm like, so yeah, you want to keep it super simple. Another thing, people are like, well, do I need to have all this food? Do I need to have a smorgasbord? Do I need to have a keto, like, you know, all this stuff that's keto this and keto that? Well, no, because again, nobody wants to follow that type of a mixer. Nobody wants to follow Martha Stewart's mixer, right? Like, you don't have to, it does not have to be fancy. Oh my gosh, look at my baby down here and Lauren. Hi, Grayson. But mixers are great and social events are great. So I would highly encourage you to work together with the groups that you have. Another thing that I'm considering doing here in Owensboro is a low-carb grocery boot camp. How many of you have done the grocery store boot camps before? Okay. So let me explain what a grocery store boot camp is. Again, it does not have to be difficult. You do not have to know everything there is to know about keto to do this. You really don't. What I have done in the past, what I have to do now, because otherwise there'll be too many people there, is I have people pay for them in advance, $10, to sign up to do this. And we print out recipes, usually like 2 or 3 recipes. We meet at the grocery store. We all get our little grocery carts, and we take everybody through the grocery store. We teach them how to read a label. We pick up the stuff for the recipes. We go through the cheese section, the butter, the milk, all of those kind of things, and just tell them, like, This is why we do unsweetened milk versus regular milk. All those just simple things. And then they pick up the stuff for the recipe and they go home and they cook it. Very, very simple. If the people showed up, I turn around and give them the $10 back. I don't do it to make money. I just do it so they pay the $10 so that I know they're going to be there. And so I'm not just standing there with my shopping cart and my ugly Christmas sweater and my hat, like looking like a crazy person. I want lots of other crazy people with me. So yes, awesome. So these are very, very simple. If it's something that you think you'd like to do, reach out to me and I can give you more details. If you get a lot of people, I would say work with your other team members because you can split up and one of you can take 5 people this way, one of you can take 5 people this way. Now here's what I'm thinking for the holidays. So what if we did these, but they get their $10 back, but we also use it as a way to give back to the community. And while we are grocery shopping, we pick up some non-perishable food items to donate to a local food bank. And that will be their payment. Their payment will be 2 items of non-perishable food items for a local food bank. What do you guys think about that? Like, don't you think people would want to do that? How many people that you know are hungry to learn more about reading labels and understanding what low carb means? A lot, right? I know, a lot of them. And here's the thing, a lot of us are scared because we think that we don't know enough, or we think we haven't lost enough weight, or whatever we're telling ourselves. Here's a little tip I'm going to tell you guys. People, if you're on your journey to fat loss, you are way more interesting to people than the person that's already at the top of the mountain that's already lost. If you are on the journey going up the mountain, people are way more receptive to you because they want to climb the mountain with someone. They don't want to just look up at the guy that's already up there. Let me give you an example. When I go to, when this is probably not a great example, when I used to go to the gym, we all know I don't like the gym. So when I used to go to the gym, I did not want to even talk to the people who work at the gym or the people who are like professional bodybuilders and all of this. I don't want them helping me. They don't know what I'm doing. They don't know what it's like to live in this. Like, I didn't want their help. I wanted the person, my girlfriend who was trying to lose with me, I wanted her and I to go together. And since she'd already been on that machine, I wanted her to tell me how to use that machine. Not the guy over there that's like a meathead that's lost all of his, lost weight like 10 years ago telling me how to do it. Does that make sense to you guys? I want to go with the person who wants to climb the mountain with me. Does that make sense? So if you haven't hit your goals, don't let that hold you back. People love that. People want to go with you. Does that make sense? Okay, awesome. How many of you are currently doing the 212 live? Okay, if you don't know what the 212 live is, there's a training in our keto team that explains what that is. It's a Facebook, I'm going to say like equation of how to post to attract people to you. So yes, the 212 live. So basically it's saying don't be on Facebook with your box of ketones being like, hey, here's some ketones. Who needs to buy Cheetos? No, you want to post about who you are. You want to post about what you want in life, where you're going in life, and you want to do a live every once in a while. Because this is, like Brent said, going to attract people to you that are looking for you. That's what you want. You want to attract people to you. So the 212 live is going to be crucial this month, you guys. Use it and use it more frequently than you have been in the past because December, as we all know, goes very fast. It's going to go very, very fast. And we want all of you set up really well in the marketplace before the end of the month. And really and truly, this is all about consistency. consistency in December is what's going to be key. Having fun, being happy, not being so stressed out, creating environments that people want to come to be a part of. If you're a team leader, which team leader means you have one promoter on your team. You are a team leader. Like it or not, you are. Chris Woosley, you're a team leader. You are now. So that means that we need to create environments that our teams want to come be a part of. We have to remember our community is much like think of a church. People go to church. Not everyone is going to sing in the choir. Not everyone is going to preach from the pulpit. Not everyone is going to teach Sunday school. Some people want to help with parking in the parking lot. Some people want to take up the offering. Some people want to play the drums in the church band. It takes everyone, and everyone has their place, right? So we want to create environments that everyone gets to shine and everyone feels comfortable in. My favorite environment is a mastermind. If you've been to one, you know I get pretty worked up. Like, I love the business. I do. But not everybody does. Like, sometimes we have people that join that they just want to be part of our community. Like, they just love it. They're like, look at those fun people. I want to be with them. If they come to my mastermind, they're like, whoa, this lady's intense. Like, where's the keto? I thought we were just going to drink keto and, like, talk about keto and have fun. And I'm over here like, all right, get out your phone. Text 5 people. So, you know, we have to have environments that are good for everyone, right? Does that make sense? Chris is like, she's not lying. Like, that's really what it's like. It's terrifying. It's not bad. It's not. So anyway, I wanted to talk about consistency last. I'm like not even, okay, I've never gone live. She's never gone, okay, wait. What is Deeds, who is Dides, wait. All it says on the phone is D-I-D-E-S. Who is Diane? Okay, Diane Irvine, you're in trouble now, sister. You and I are going to do a Facebook Live. I'm writing it on my calendar right now. Hold on. Okay, let me get my calendar out. Hold on. Everybody knows if you tell Lacey what happens when you tell Kate what you're scared of. I know. We're going to do it because here's the thing. Fear is an illusion. It only exists in your mind. It's not real. And so all you need is someone to kind of help you through it. So you and I are going to do it together, not you on your own, together. So it's not just about you, and I'll actually lead you through it. It's so simple. So I'm going to put that on my calendar for us to do. I'm putting it, I will message you privately later. Because here's the thing, Diane, you have a huge platform and you have a lot of people that follow you and you have a lot of family. And right now they may have only seen you make a Facebook post. And a Facebook post will never, ever, ever show someone your heart, your enthusiasm, and your passion like a Facebook Live will. Your story will never be told as well through written language as it will through verbal language. And having a Facebook Live is the best way to open your heart and let people see what's really happening in your life. So we kind of owe it to the people that we love to share this with them. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, awesome. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit more about consistency before we hop off of here. I don't want to keep you guys all night. Some of us have been on Zooms all day long. How many of you guys have heard of the Chinese bamboo? Y'all know this story? Anybody? Let me turn to the next page. Anybody over here on video? Anybody ever heard of the Chinese bamboo? Lily, of course Lily has. She's such an overachiever. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story about Chinese bamboo. I would say the story is really about a Chinese bamboo tree, but truth is it's not really a tree, it's a grass. And if you're married to a nerd like Jason, you learn these things. He's like, bamboo is not a tree, it's a grass. Like, whatever. Mr. J. Nye, the science guy. So here's the cool thing about a bamboo that reminds me of a prover. So Chinese bamboo, you plant it in the ground and you have to water it every single day. You have to water it and fertilize it every single day for sometimes 3 years. And it will not break through the ground. But every day you're watering it and you're fertilizing it. Then one day, about 3 years later, it pops its head above the soil. And you know what it does after that? It grows 90 feet in 6 weeks. 90 feet in 6 weeks. But it took like 3 years for it to even break through to the soil. If at any moment they stopped that watering and that fertilizing, the bamboo dies. It never even makes its way to the top of the soil. So the question is, does it take 6 weeks for the bamboo to grow 90 feet? Or did it take 3 years and 6 weeks for it to grow 90 feet? And what is it that made it grow that way? It was the consistency of the watering and the fertilizing that allowed that bamboo, once it broke through, to go 90 feet tall in 6 weeks. That is what we are like. That is our entire business. That is our entire business, is being consistent and watering and fertilizing our business every single day. We don't know if it's going to break through in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year. We don't know when it's going to pop through, but we know that it will, because it's just part of consistency. It just happens if you keep going. But if you stop fertilizing it, if you stop watering it, it will die. It will. Our business is a living, breathing creature, and it will die if you stop watering it. Does that make sense, everybody? Yes? Head nods. Anybody watch A Christmas Story? The movie A Christmas Story? This reminds me of the scary elf when he went to go see Santa. Remember? You guys, see, the people, these are my people. Wendy's like, yes! Like, tell him what you want, little kid. Like, I've had way too many movie references on this Zoom. Okay, awesome. So here's what I want you guys to do. Here's our task. I want y'all to be intentional and look at your calendar. Schedule your calendar for the next 3 weeks. Detailed. I'm going to contact this many people on Monday, this many people on Tuesday. I'm going to have a mixer this day at this time. And then I want you to send a copy of that to the leader that you're working with for accountability. Theory. Accountability, right? So accountability does not mean like, okay, this will be weird. So Brent, are you gonna hold Ward accountable? I might need to intervene in this family situation.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. Be nice. Who's oldest?
I'm always nice.
Who's the oldest brother?
He's the oldest. He always used to pick on me and stuff when we were younger. So.
Okay, so just so you know, my experience, you might need a meeting. But accountability is really awesome. It is super important in this business. It's something that is very different, because in every other business that we've had, jobs, those things, those J words, jobs that we've had, if I didn't do what was on my calendar, my boss was like, Kate, you didn't do it. Like, you need to do this. Blah, 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 blah. And that was accountable. No one's going to come to me and say that. Like, I might send Julia my calendar, and she might be like, Kate, you said that you were going to do this. Are you going to do it? But she's not really going to make me do it. Does that make sense? She's just going to be that reminder for myself, because Julia knows that I have goals. Ryan and Ethan and Dustin, those are the leaders that I work with. They know that I have goals. So they're going to hold me accountable to myself. Does that make sense? But they're not calling me saying, did you do your DMOs today? Because they know better than that. I'd be like, oh no, you didn't. Tell me what to do. I'm a mess today. Okay, sorry. You've got to be accountable to yourself. This is welcome to the world of entrepreneurship. This is small business world. Like, you are accountable to yourself. For me, I think that's why this business has been not easy, but simple for me, because I have owned my own business for 15 years. If stuff didn't get done, I had to do it, or it just didn't get done. And then there was no business. So it wasn't like I just closed the lights and went home and somebody else took care of it. No, like, if I didn't do it, it didn't happen. That's this business. No one's going to call you and say, did you contact 5 people today? Did you do your Facebook Live today? Nobody's going to call you and do that. Like, that's on you. But I recommend that you reach out to a leader and you give them permission to hold you accountable and say, look, I have goals. I want you to help me be accountable for these. John, I can tell right now, John's probably like, Kate, this is what I want you to hold me accountable. I know I'm going to get off in here, and he and Lauren will have sent me some big long thing of their accountability stuff. But it is really important, you guys, to have somebody that you can work with that you know cares about you and cares about your goals and is going to help you be accountable. Because consistency, y'all, if you're not, especially this time of year, which it's hard because we can get very, very, very distracted this time of year. There is family stress. There is family drama. There is work stress. A lot of people have deadlines this time of year. God bless the people in retail this time of year. Like, Terry is probably super busy. Terry does hair. This time of year, every woman is wanting to get in and get her hair done before Christmas. Like, it's just a very stressful time of year. It's very easy to get distracted. I'm just going to say, be intentional. Put on your calendar 20, 30 minutes each day that you can say, at this moment, I am going to be accountable to my goals for my business at this moment, and do the work. So anyway, I'm going to hop off of here. I feel like I'm starting to repeat myself, so that's my clue to get off. MVP reset, you guys. Run for it. Like, why leave $500? Here, what's the worst thing that could happen? What, you earn a couple $100? Is that the worst thing that could happen? Like, run for it. Run for it as if them Christmas stockings are needed. Does that make sense? Because I'm going to tell you guys, December 15th, 2016, when I became a promoter, I didn't have $5 on a credit card to fill these things back here. I didn't. And you all know people who are in that same situation, and they're not telling you. I didn't tell anyone. I would have shown you all my fat rolls before I showed you my bank account in a heartbeat. Brett, quit laughing. But it's true. I would never have told anybody the financial situation that I was in December 15th, 2016. But I came in and I took it on as a business and I ran with it because I needed it. My family needed it. Okay? Plus, I had just borrowed like $1,000 from my mama to buy the experience pack. And you do not want to owe my mama money. Y'all think I'm mean and scary? You have not met my mama. I'm just saying. Terry has. Terry's like, she's scary. For real. So you do not want to owe my mama money. And I did. So I had to turn around and get that money back to her super fast. So that was my back against the wall, make it happen. But y'all, there are team members on our team who are in their MVP period that they may need this more than you know. They may not even tell you how bad they need this. I have been to events, surge events, spoke in front of the whole crew, thought I knew everybody there, thought I knew all the promoters. I had met them all. I had talked to them all before. After the event, I'm standing, drinking my keto, talking to someone, and had one of those promoters come up to me and say, Kate, can I talk to you? And that promoter has looked at me and said, I can't tell you how bad my family needs this. We can't even buy groceries this week. That promoter's upline, if you will, did not know that. Did not know that situation. There are people on your team that need this more than you can even imagine. And I'm not trying to put pressure on you. I'm not trying to put stress, but there is weight to this type of business. There is a weight to it. There are people who they have goals. They have dreams. They have desires. It's not on you to make those goals happen. It's on them. But it is on us to want to know about those and give them education and guidance. If you are a new promoter and you just signed up a new promoter, connect that new promoter with someone else in your team so that they can get the support that they need. This is a team effort, you guys. This is a team game. Don't be a one-man band at all. Do not be a one-man band. I am begging you. If I could say that, that's probably the one thing you'll hear me harp on and harp on and harp on. If you want to grow a big business, don't do it yourself because it ain't going to happen. You might get your MVP. You might get some transactions. You will not build a big business. There is not one person on our team that's a one-man band that has gone rank 7. Not one. Not one. So if you want to grow a big business, you do it as a team. You utilize the watch, the connect, the enroll. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Utilize the resources that we have and change your stars. Change your stars. Your 2019 doesn't have to be like your 2018. That's what's super cool about being a human being. We're the only species on the planet that can change our destiny. A tree can only be a tree. A rabbit will only ever be a rabbit, looking for what rabbits look for and doing what rabbits do. A rabbit can never do anything else than what it's ingrained to be. But we can be anything that we want to be. We can change our stars whenever we want to. We can change our story tomorrow. Tomorrow, if I didn't want to do Prove It and I wanted to do something else, guess what I could do? That. I could. I don't want to, though, because this is way more fun. So, anyway, that's all I'm going to leave. I'm ranting. Sorry, you guys. I'm going on a connect. I love seeing the messages. All right, awesome. Okay, appreciate you guys so much. Crush this MVP. If you guys hit it, like, send me a private message because I might send you a little present. I love presents. So if you get the MVP reset, let me know so I can do a little shout out and send you a little gift. All right? Appreciate you, except for Brent. Brent is disqualified from any special gifts.
I'll send it on Brent.
Did you hear Jason? He said he'll send you something. Hey, who sent you?
That's my boy. That's my boy right there.
No making fun of Kate. It's not me. All right, bye, you guys. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Kate.
Bye.